perfect coffee. Hello, everybody. We are live. Good morning. Welcome to the show. I hope you're enjoying your holidays and your Christmases. There, I said it. And that's all I'm going to say. Now, you guys enjoy your days and do your thing. All right, we're all good, right? Young Z, Nick Brown. Young Z, what's up, guys? How's it going? So we did achieve that level that I was hoping. Joe, hey, that's okay, buddy. Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do, bro. You can't come to every show. Bro, when I broadcast 3 times a day, I've learned years ago I can't expect people to make every show unless you're Nick Brown or Hippie Chick. They generally make every show. Karen does too, generally. Steve Running does. There's a few that try to make every show. I love those people. I really do. Sod S Xmas, it's all one big con. Oh, God and Christmas is all one big con. Hey, good morning. Nay, hey Kevin. Hey Nay, I support and subscribe to Graham and you. Holly Horn. Thank you, Holly. I'm sure Graham Elwood loves you, and I do too. You know, I'm listening to the who the fuck are you? These YouTube algorithms are going crazy. Chairman Mao Zedong, what's up, buddy? What do you mean these YouTube algorithms are going crazy? What does that mean? Tell me what you mean, Chairman. New York 710, hello. I try to be here, says Nick. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Graham Elwood today. He's done a really... You're drinking your second? I'm on my first. But I got my Beazle. My Beazle, he's like my first cup of coffee every morning. He gave me a hug. That's my first cup of coffee. This is really my second. I get my hug from him. You guys want to see how he hugs me? What I do is I sit on the floor in front of him like this when he's not spitting up. And he'll walk over to me and he'll give me a hug. He'll lean against me and give me a hug. Yeah, I'll show you. He's very snuggleable. Isn't he cute? My little Beazle. So, Graham is still demonetized. Oh, you're... Okay. Algorithms demonetized. Yeah, he's still demonetized. And I'm not. Can you believe I'm not demonetized? I do bong rips on every single show, and they've given me monetization back. Even though I'm not using it. I don't want to run ads for y'all. I don't want to make money off you guys. It's cool. I'm in a different financial situation than Graham Elwood is. So, don't hold that against him. You know, these podcasters need your support. They really do. So, whether it's Jimmy Dore, you know, or whoever it is that makes you happy. I don't care if it's Candace Owens or even Charlie Kirk, man. If you go and you check them out, it doesn't matter what their narrative is. If they keep you occupied and they entertain you and you enjoy their podcast, then support them. And you don't have to send them money, but let them know that you support them. You know, send them a nice message or share their stuff out there. The thing about Graham is he's under attack right now from everybody, man. And it's not fair to him. And the thing that really grinds my gears the hardest. Let me refresh this chat, guys. Good morning, freaking Oracle. Good. I was just in time to see freaking Oracle say hello. Good. We're staying above our 50,700, which is good. Graham and I, you know, we might have a disagreement on the whole mandate thing. But as far as the Jimmy Dore Graham Elwood debate went, I mean, Graham Elwood destroyed Jimmy in that debate. There was one point that I wish that Graham had spent more time on. And that is when he did bring up hospitalizations. The one thing that he failed to really drive home, and I wish he had, was that when you go into the hospital, if you've been, then your chances are much better of walking out of the hospital. And that's what Graham didn't say in the debate. And that is the most important part of the debate. The second most important part of that debate was when Graham asked Jimmy, he says, if you gave someone COVID and they died from it, would it make a difference to you? And Jimmy said no. And I was like, that's why you need to mandate vaccines for some people, because they don't care if they kill other people. Oh, that's on you. Jimmy's like, oh, that's your fault. You got too close to me and you died. It's not on me. So I understand where Graham comes from when he wants mandates, because of people like Jimmy Dore that don't care if they infect you and you die. I mean, think about that. If Jimmy Dore had COVID and gave it to you and you died from it, oh, too bad. Sucks to be you. What kind of a person would say that? And I know some of you might actually think about that, and you might be like, yeah, if I gave someone else a deadly disease and they died, you didn't really think about it. Do you really care about them or not? What if it was your child? What if it was your significant other or your sibling? I don't know. These are kinds of things that Jimmy is not thinking about, and Graham kind of skipped over, and I just want to throw that out there as ammunition for Graham in the future. There's one more thing, too, was said at the very beginning. There's a lot in that debate, man. I hope so too, Kevin. You didn't watch it, you would have gone bonkers. Well, Holly, you should watch it. Because Jimmy really is very respectful towards Graham. And, at the very beginning of the debate, Jimmy says, well, look, I've got a stake in Max Blumenthal. Well, Max Blumenthal lied to you about Graham Elwood. He said that Graham mocked someone who had symptoms from getting the... Right? He didn't. That was a lie. Max Blumenthal is a fucking liar. And at the very beginning of the debate, that all got hashed out. Right at the very beginning. And people like Jackson Hinkle completely ignored it. That's my biggest problem with the fucking debate here. Is even people that I thought had an eye on reality, like Jackson Hinkle, they're picking sides here. They're choosing sides. And they're not seeing the actual facts. Graham is wrong when it comes to requiring people to mandate. That's it, period. But you know what? In the goddamn debate is one of the very first things he said. He's like, I don't want to force people to take these things. He's like, but, let's argue for them here. They do work, and there's people like you, Jimmy, that if you got COVID and gave it to other people, you wouldn't care. And if they died, you wouldn't care. That mandate is for people like you, the rodents. People who just don't care and they want to go around spreading this shit around. They don't care if people die because they got it from you. That is the most powerful statement. And it all comes back to that, doesn't it? You went to Walmart and no one was wearing masks. Well, Kevin, don't go into Walmart. What was so desperate you needed in Walmart, bro? I wouldn't go in there. Order your shit online like I do. Stay the fuck out of stores. You're touching surfaces, bro. You're around people. This fucking new variant is out. There's going to be another variant. And who knows what that one's going to be like. It's going to keep happening. Yeah, I'm definitely not interested in your view, Joe. Definitely not interested in your view on this. Anybody who thinks like you, bro, I wouldn't even have a conversation with. Because when it comes to that, you're so brainwashed and you won't look at simple science and facts. So, hey, Joe, let me give you science and facts here. If you go to the hospital, you probably got a 90% chance of living over if you don't get that. That's it. Period. Full stop. You lose. I win. Shut the fuck up. No, the immune system doesn't do dick, Joe. Immune systems don't do dick. I know somebody who caught it 4 times. Yeah, 4 times, and his name is Jackson fucking Hinkle. So don't tell me about natural immunity, motherfucker. All right? Get your bullshit out of here. God damn it. You guys will believe in whatever you want to fucking believe. That's the problem with all these Jimmy Dore fans. Hey, man, I'm a Jimmy Dore fan too, but I don't believe everything Jimmy Dore says. And that's where I draw the line with some of these Jimmy Dore heads out there. I will take Graham's side of this any day. The very first thing Graham said is, look, I am not pro-mandate. Let's just get that out there right off the bat. Well, that's what the whole debate was supposed to be about. Boom, Graham wins. He's not pro-mandate. Stupid fucking premise of a goddamn debate. He's not trying to require it. He's trying to say why, there are some idiots out there that should be mandated. And I agree. Idiots like Jimmy Dore should be fucking mandated. If a person admits that if I get this thing and give it to you and you die, I don't give a fuck, well, then you're not going to be careful. Yeah, mandate those fucking sick fucks. Absolutely. You know? You didn't know that about Jackson? Well, hey, that's what happens when I don't know if he got or not. I'm assuming he didn't. So now he's caught it 4 fucking times. It's almost like he's proud of it. So yeah, Jackson and I had a huge falling out over this. Not personal falling out. I'm just saying I've lost a lot of interest in his podcasting as of late because of the way he grabbed Jimmy Dore's side and didn't go over any of the intricacies, literally ignored facts, things that were said. He fast-forwarded over parts, and he spoke over important parts just to, weigh it heavier for Jimmy. It's crazy. You shouldn't have to do that, man. You're either right or you're wrong, period. And if you can't decide, well, then it's up for more debate. Okay, Joe. What if someone dies from the... Someone already did. Who fucking cares, dude? There's 200,000 people already died from the fucking thing. Or however, what are we up to? 800,000? My bad. 800,000 Americans? And you're worried about one person but dying from the one thing that keeps millions of people from dying in hospitals? God, Joe, talking to you is like talking to a lump of coal, bro. And you're not even clean coal. You're like the worthless kind of coal that poisons our environment. And I'm using that as a Christmas reference. Lump of coal. Do you guys like that? Oh, Christmas reference for the Christians out there. What? Lump of coal. Oh, you gotta love it. Hey, I'm inclusive. I'm freaking including you. I love the fact that so many people are leaving this live stream. I've got a lot of anti-vaxxers out there that watch this show, and I really don't want them watching the show. Oh. Hey, Michael Fox, do me a favor. Don't wish me a Merry Christmas. I don't celebrate that bullshit. You enjoy yours though. You enjoy yours. I don't subscribe to some fucking bullshit. Christianity. It's fucking hilarious. You tell someone to enjoy their holiday. Oh, Merry Christmas! Oh, Merry Christmas! Oh, you got your chance to be like Donald Trump. Great. You got your chance to impose your bullshit on me. I hope you're fucking happy. Great. Merry Christmas and go fuck yourself. How about that? That's how I really feel. I was trying, but just when I thought I was out, Michael Fox had to pull me back in. So, that's where we are now. All right. Fuck your bullshit. You want to short the hell out of the market? Hey, man, if it's going to dump, it's going to dump, bro. Joe, it's like getting all hot and bothered, and you're naked with her, and she says, oh, by the way, I got herpes. Do you play Russian roulette? Look, I'm not here to kind of convince you guys of anything. I'm just here telling you to support Graham Elwood because he speaks for me. He supports my narrative. My narrative is common sense. And if you listen to that debate, you'll hear just straight common sense from Graham. And from Jimmy, you'll hear a lot of hyperbole and strawmanning. Jimmy Dore has been strawmanning this argument for months. Strawman. YouTube is throttling DAG. What does DAG mean? What does DAG mean? What do you mean YouTube is throttling me now? What do you mean? What are these people talking about? I don't understand. What does that mean? I know a guy that this happened to. Let's just say he itches his junk now and then. Oh, fuck that. I think it's very important that we say that Max Blumenthal is a fucking liar. Max Blumenthal literally lied about Graham Elwood's tweet. And at the very beginning of that debate, Graham and Jimmy settle that out. Jimmy's like, oh, you didn't attack them needlessly. Oh, you weren't mocking someone that had an adverse reaction to that. Oh, my bad. Well, Max Blumenthal lied to my face and told me you did. And I trusted Max Blumenthal, and I believed Max Blumenthal. Right, Jimmy? Isn't that funny, Jimmy? When you have shitty sources like Max Blumenthal, and you don't look outward, and you literally just put all your fucking money on that one dude, and he fucking lies to your fucking face, bro. He lied to your face on your live stream. And what did I say on this podcast when I heard Max say that? I said, that doesn't sound like Graham at all. Let me see the tweet. Remember? Like, that doesn't sound like Graham to be attacking anybody on anything. I love this man. And he loves people. And if somebody else had adverse effects like his best buddy Jimmy Dore did, I don't think he'd be attacking him. Sure enough, Jimmy reads the tweet, and guess what? Oh, there's no mocking and there's no attacking. Just debating the facts. And Graham is great at that. And you guys, if you're sick of fucking narrative and you want someone who keeps it real, I highly recommend that you check out Graham Elwood. I really do. He's been on this show before. Check him out. He's a good guy. You have your vaxes and you're proud of it. Just don't want to be forced. Well, I don't want to force it on you either, Joe. How's that? You and I agree on that. No mandates. No mandates. I agree. I'm just saying. What? Buffering? I'm not dropping any frames. Oh, there was buffering. Oh, well, Holly, that's probably your connection. I think mine's okay. Cool. I was worried that YouTube was shutting me down or something. Because of what we're talking about, you know? So I'm glad that's not it. Right. Joe, Graham and me and you, all three of us agree. Yeah, you shouldn't have vaccines forced on you. Right? But your rhetoric, bro, your rhetoric is anti and it doesn't help. You know, your rhetoric is bullshit. You bring up Bill Gates and shit, man. Is Bill Gates guilty for trying to profit off of this thing? Oh, yeah. Has he been planning for it for months and years? Oh, yeah. Sure. Is he inherently evil? Oh, yeah. Sure. Does it concern any of us at all? No, not really. You know, a lot of his money went into what went into our arms. Think about that. A lot of his research went into our arms. He paid for that shit. You know? And I'm thankful for Bill Gates. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that he had the foresight, the premonition that this was going to happen to us. And for those of you like Joe H. who take that, you know, hey, Joe H., let me ask you a question. If Bill Gates was planning all this, why would he have been warning you about it back in 2017? Huh? Checkmate, motherfucker. Good. Now we can move on. Now we can move on. You just got checkmated. While you're sitting there ignoring what I'm saying, you got checkmated. But that's cool, bro. I see the kind of person you are. You only hear what you want to hear. You know, you won't look at the full facts. So, it's cool. Yeah, you go on and blabble about fucking that bullshit while I just fucking checkmated you. There's absolutely no response. Yes, Gates is vile. I agree. But the one thing you can't deny is that he warned all of us that this was coming. Back in 2017, 2018, he warned us. My chat's not in real time. Refresh the page, bro. Get in real time with me. My chat would be in real time if you refresh the page and catch up. Fast forward. All of you should do that all the time, so you're in real time with me. You're not missing anything. Trust me. Maybe a curse word. You know, you're not missing a thing. I mean, all this shit, Joe, you lack just basic common sense. I know that about you. You just don't have basic common sense. Common sense is asking the question, why would he be warning everybody if he wanted to fucking hoodwink the whole planet into this? Oh, nay, because it was all part of his master plan so that he appeared like he was a good guy the whole time. Oh, okay. Great. I gotcha. That's the only fucking excuse you'd be able to come up with. And I think you need to just let that shit go. Be proud of your vax, bro. I'm proud that you got it. And support other people in getting it instead of trying to say this is all planned by Bill Gates, which is fucking hilarious. I'll tell you what Bill Gates planned. Microsoft! Windows! That was his plan. That was his fucking master plan to take over the world. And guess what? He did. He's already taken over the world, you motherfuckers. You all got his software. All right? Get over it. He already fucking won. Yes, Graham's catching. You guys should read some of the vitriol. You should see. I mean, even people like Jackson Hinkle is attacking Graham Elwood and letting all his anti-vax audience fucks sit there and talk shit about Graham in his chat and agreeing with half of it. And I'm like, God, what a bunch of shit talkers, man. How quick these motherfuckers will turn on somebody. And it just disgusts me. The whole community, the whole political community disgusts me. You know, these motherfuckers are supposed to be friends. These motherfuckers are supposed to all be working together. And when I say these motherfuckers, I'm talking about Jackson, Graham, and Jimmy. And the fact that Jackson feels like this is an opportunity to take one of their side over the other one and throw the other one under the bus completely while doing it, you know, and try to ruin his fucking reputation while doing it, just proves to me that I was wrong about Jackson Hinkle, and I'm sorry. Now, I think I get why he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I think I understand it. I think maybe I went in there one day and I made fun of somebody that said based, because it's the stupidest fucking word I've ever heard in my entire life. And you know what? A week later, I was in there and he was using the word, and I was like, oh, he may have taken that as a personal attack. He's a kid. Kids say based. They think it's a cool sounding word. I think it sounds fucking stupid. I think you sound like a cuck. I think you sound like somebody at what? You listen to other people and you use words that you heard them say because you thought, oh, that was fucking cool, so I'm going to say that word too. You know, and you're just a little fad, trendy motherfucker, and I fucking hate that shit. You know, it's trying to keep with whatever's fucking cool and hip. You know, I kind of saw through that and I was like, oh man, you know, you are young. You know, we're different generations, and I just kind of let that shit go, right? Every once in a while I tuned in and I enjoyed it. But man, this bullshit, this attack, this needless attack on Graham, and the biggest problem I have isn't the attacks on Graham. It's his inability to fucking hear Graham during the debate. Jackson sat there and listened to the whole fucking debate, didn't hear a fucking word Graham said. And that drove me crazy. I'm like, you're just there to disprove Graham. You're not there to actually listen to him and give him any kind of credibility whatsoever. And if you had just shut your fat fucking mouth and listened to him for the first 5 minutes of the goddamn debate, you would have already seen, oh, okay, well, this whole debate was based on a false premise. Graham doesn't support mandates. Wow, how stupid. So you're going to argue a point now? You're going to argue a point that he already fucking surrendered? What the fuck kind of a fight is that? You know? Jesus fucking Christ. Just have a little bit of decency and fairness for people who are supposedly working for the same types of things I thought you were interested in. I thought all of us were interested in Medicare for all. It's crazy, right? It's fucking crazy. So, motherfuckers need to listen to other motherfuckers. They need to shut the fuck up and listen. That's all I'm saying. If you listen, you find out they're actually making more sense than you thought. And, I really have to tell Jackson Hinkle, you really disappointed me from the very start of that debate when Graham completely cleared everything up and you didn't fucking defend him at all. And you took Mac's fucking lying cocksucker Blumenthal's word over Graham's when the shit is written on the internet for everyone to go back and reference and read. And Jimmy referenced it, and should have fucking apologized, and didn't. And said, oh, I got this wrong. Yeah, I'm sorry, Graham. I misrepresented you. Because Max Blumenthal's a fucking liar, and Jackson Hinkle's got his fucking tongue so far up Max Blumenthal's ass, he can't see it either. Yeah! Fuck you. Oh, check Australia. Yeah, Australia sucks, Joe. I'm telling you, I agree. Are you for martial law? It's coming. No, I'm not, Joe. I'm not. I'm not for martial law. See? You're trying to paint me into a corner. You don't even know where I'm coming from, Joe. Because you're not listening to me, you fucking douchebag. Joe, you're not fucking listening either. You're being like Jackson Hinkle. You're only hearing what you want to hear right now. You're a fucking psycho, man. You're just as psychotic as Jimmy Dore or Jackson Hinkle on this issue. You just won't listen to when someone's making total sense about it. I'm scaring you? Why am I scaring you, bro? What did I say that scares you? This is what I don't understand. What did I say that scares you? Anybody else want to jump in here? Anybody else listening right now? Hello, audience. You know, fucking stick up for me here. Maybe you can't see what each other's saying here. That might be a problem. Sorry. There. Here. There you go. I am a. Hold on a second. I got to add another word to the filter. Boom. Boflow. Done and done. I want some PPP loan money. Let there be another shutdown. Okay, so we're going to change the... We're changing the subject, Joe, because I scared you. Joe, I don't want to scare you, man. I just want you to know I am not for mandates. Neither is Graham Elwood. Okay? I'm just saying that people like Jimmy Dore make it harder for everyone. You know, people like Max Blumenthal make it harder for all of us. You know, if everybody just played ball when this thing started, we would have been gone. This thing would have been done. But no, a lot of people didn't want to play ball. And now we're going to get to suffer the consequences for maybe for the rest of our lives. Maybe till the end of humanity. It's too bad. It's too bad that people like Joe H out there can't listen to just simple, basic reasoning. You know, and just, they get so wrapped up in their Bill Gates conspiracy heads that they can't just see the basic facts of what's sitting in front of them. And that's why we can't have nice things. Because of the Joe H mentality. Joe, I love you, bro. But at the same time, man, I can't fix you, man. If you're going to keep subscribing to your bullshit narratives and believe the shit that you want to believe, I can't fucking pull you out of the hole you've dug yourself into. That's fucking shitty, man. It's sad. But that's why I realized I've tried a long time ago to stop convincing people of things and just let you be yourselves. I'm so glad, Joe, that you got vaxxed. I'm so glad. Yeah, I want everyone to get vaxxed too, man. I'm not going to stick it down your throats. So many stick figures in their ears. Sticky fingers, what? Right, yes, I get it. Sticky fingers in their ears. They're not, right, they're not. Oh, so many stick fingers. I got you, yes, in their ears. Yes. It's a narrative, and that's okay. You believe what you want to believe. I'm just understand where I'm coming from on this. If I catch this motherfucker and I go to a hospital, I'll probably live. If you don't want to get that, you catch this motherfucker, you go to a hospital, you might not live. And you want to take that chance, that's on you. It's not on me. It's not my mission in life to save your life. Not anymore. I've learned. Live and let live, live and let die. And I will let you die. And if you want to talk out one side of your mouth like Joe H, and then out the other side of your mouth you want to say you got vaxxed like Joe H, and be stupid like that, and that's fucking stupidity. Okay? Go right ahead. Doesn't affect me at all. But let me just tell you something. Joe, while you're talking all the bullshit out of your mouth and you're getting vaxxed on the other side, while you're talking all the bullshit out the other side of your mouth, just remember, bro, people are hearing your words while you're not letting them know that you got that. Just so you know, buddy, that makes you a piece of fucking human garbage. You're a fucking piece of human garbage because you'll literally get the, but then you'll speak out against it. It's good enough for you, but not for everybody. Yeah, nothing you say makes sense, Joe. It's like you strike me like one of my ex-psychotic girlfriends. You know, it just doesn't make sense. You know, I had a couple of psycho girlfriends. They would say one thing, but they would mean another. You know, they would say one thing, they would do another. And it's like you. It's like you've got this psycho girlfriend fucking thing going on inside your brain. Yeah, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's like Trini Orca says, you're a total fucking hypocrite. And Nick Brown says, you're a fucking piece of human garbage. What you're saying doesn't even make sense, bro. It's like you're Jimmy Dore. If I give it to you and you die, wasn't me. Better you than me. What? I would love for you to hear Jimmy say that. Not to throw him under the bus, but because you should hear the lengths that people will go to defend this fucking position. I felt like bad flu for a week, but took vitamins. You're glad you got the vax? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cheers. Happy 710. The one point Graham forgot was that people survive when they get... People die when they don't. Natural immunity, you die. It gets you killed. So, it's too bad that Graham forgot that point. It is very much so the most important point of the entire debate. And that is the point that Jackson Hinkle won't tell his audience. That is the point that Jimmy Dore will not say to his audience. Ever. Max Blumenthal will not bring this up when he's being interviewed. They won't talk about it. That is the opposite of straw manning. It's what my father used to call a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. You don't tell me the whole truth, you're a fucking liar. Jimmy Dore, you're a fucking liar. Max Blumenthal, you're a fucking liar. Jackson Hinkle, you're a fucking liar. Until you motherfuckers tell your audiences the chances of them dying from this thing if they... Oh, but you don't want to bring up that fucking point ever. Never. You'll never hear that in one of these debates. Bring me on. That's the first thing I'm going to bring up. Chance of survival. Survival rates. What gives you a better chance of surviving? Fuck your immunity. I know someone who caught it 4 times, so don't tell me you're immune to it once you catch it once. Jackson Hinkle caught it 4 times. So that's bullshit. That's out. You don't get to use that one anymore. Boom. It's out. Hey, Robert Diedzik, I learned a long time ago not to talk to you on my live stream. Just so you know, you'll probably end up getting blocked again today. You got unblocked from a mass unblock. Yeah, shut that. Look, dude, I don't want to fucking sit here and talk to you. Get the fuck off my live stream. You know, these fucking idiots. I've got absolutely nothing to offer these guys. You know, it's like, this motherfucker thinks he's a scientist. You think you're a doctor, you little bitch? You're nothing to me, man. You're a nobody. Fuck off. Jesus fucking Christ. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. It's not my job. But I don't have to sit here and listen to your fucking attempt to try to convince my audience of your bullshit either. All right? Fair enough, right? Right. Yeah, if it's your time, it's your time. So, let's all go ride motorcycles without helmets. Let's not wear our seatbelts anymore. You know, hey, Joe H., let's not look both ways before crossing the road. You fucking dumb cunt. God, you're an idiot. You're a fucking dumb cunt. Oh, it's your time, it's your time. No need to take precautions anymore. What? Yeah, okay. Go cross the street and don't look both ways, you fucking idiot. Checkmate again, bitch. This is too easy. You guys have no points, man. These fucking anti-vaxxers have no points at all, ever. You know, if it wasn't so fucking easy to knock your arguments down, maybe I would fucking debate you on this. It's not even a challenge, man. You guys are just wrong. You're stupid, and you need to go cunt off. All right? Are we good? Yeah. Who else is going to catch a fucking block this morning on this fine Christmas morning? I have to read the first sentence. Joe H., the first sentence. God's will. If it's your time, it's your time. I read the whole goddamn thing. I don't understand what you mean, read the first sentence. You only read the first sentence? Oh, well, I guess I don't see a second sentence, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I read the whole thing. I may not have read it out loud, but you don't know what the fuck I read, bitch. You know, I choose to read out loud what I want to read out loud, but I read everything that's on that screen. But it's just perfect that you're sitting here telling me what I read and what I didn't read. That's perfect narrative from you, Joe. Like you could tell me what I read, right? This goes perfectly with your whole narrative that you know, you'll just fucking assume anything, you know? Just assume whatever the fuck you're told. It sounds right, you know, it fills your narrative. I'm for everyone's safety. Okay, well, great. Then we all agree I'm for everyone's safety too. Let's move on. Can we move on? I'm glad that we all want everyone to live, man. I want everyone to live too. I want even people with Jimmy Dore's attitude to live. That if he gives COVID to someone else and they die, he doesn't care. Okay, well, that's terrible. It's a horrible thing to say, but I don't want him to die for it. You know, I don't think he should die. That's not murder, but I mean, it kind of is. Right? Does that mean you murdered somebody if you give them COVID and they die from it? Did you just murder that person? I mean, if you put poison in somebody's food and they die from it, that's murder. If you give poison to someone and you breathe it on them and they die from it, how is that not murder? Wow. I'd like to pull up the part of Jimmy Dore saying that in that debate. Hey, Joe, you want to ban alcohol? I agree. You should fucking ban alcohol. I agree. Ban it. People fucking kill themselves with that bullshit. That cigarettes, ban them. Stop making them. Make it illegal to grow tobacco. Stop with this stupid fucking vape pens. Stop producing vape poison juice for all of you idiots. All of you stupid fucking vape heads out there. You vape cunts. Yeah, you deserve this. All of you. With your fucking stupid, you got marketed, you guys got sold so bad on that vape bullshit. God, what a bunch of fucking idiots you all are. God damn. We start talking about vaping one day on the show, and everyone's, oh, the clouds of the vaping, and I'm like, oh my God. The whole goddamn audience vapes. While I sit here and told you how shitty fucking tobacco was, I should have been talking about nicotine the whole time. And you all just fucking ignored the tobacco and went to nicotine, juice, and you think that's okay. No, man, I fucking think alcohol is one of the stupidest things on the planet. You know, you don't need to fucking get drunk. You don't need to drink. You don't need to have wine with your meal. You don't need to have fucking a beer with your football game. You know, you don't need to have a fucking shot of tequila when you're sitting at a fucking bar. Have a fucking bong rip. It's way more healthy for you. You know? I hate fucking alcohol. I've seen it destroy my friends' lives. I've seen it kill my friends, man. My friend's brain injured for the rest of his life from a car accident. Other friends are dead. They've been run over by drunk drivers. They were drunk drivers. I had a friend of mine, man, he fucking got drunk and killed somebody in a car and went to prison for it. You know, it sucks. Fucking sucks, man. Nay, let's do a dab. You vape cannabis only? There's nothing wrong with vaping cannabis. That's what you guys should be vaping. I told you how I quit smoking cigarettes. I did a bong hit. I did a bong hit every time I felt like I needed to smoke a cigarette. Every time. If I felt the urge, grab the bong, I'm getting high. Oops, too bad. Better than fucking putting tobacco in my lungs. That's how I quit. That was way before vape pens ever came out. When I quit tobacco. So I got lucky. Those of you guys who were still fucking buying Marlboros for $10 when those vape pens came out, you guys got fucked. You guys got sold. You guys got custied like a bunch of bitches. Custied up your asses. You know? God damn. What a bunch of custies. Maybe I'm losing up. I'll losing up and improve my hearing. Joe, when you drink, bro, it destroys your brain cells, man. It destroys your ability to reason. And then the things that you reasoned while you were drunk, they seem to stay with you. But what I think you should do, Joe, I think you should go bring up that 2017, 2018, whenever it was. It could have even been as early as 2014. The giant seminar that Bill Gates did to warn the world about a COVID-type pandemic that we were looking at facing, warning everybody about it. You should go and you should listen to it, because I did. I went and I watched the whole thing. Listen to the presentation. It's like, I don't know, 10 minutes long, 15 minutes long. Listen to what he was saying. And you come back to me and you tell me if you think he was in on it all, you know? Just because he was right about it, just because he had the science to back him up and they had the history to know that these things just don't stop. Plus, Bill Gates is aware that the planet is getting warmer. And as I've discussed on this show many times in the past years, that the warming climate will increase our chances of getting viruses. We said this before COVID ever came out. I warned you guys. We're going to get the fucking polar melt. There's going to be some viruses coming out. And it's going to be warmer, and these things are going to spread out. We knew! We knew! Bill Gates knew! It doesn't make him complicit, man. So go back and go watch the presentation that he gave. Because I really don't think you did. I honestly don't think you actually sat and watched the presentation. You know? Good, Holly. Good. Alcohol's terrible. All right. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Oh my god! Oh my god, look at Sandbox, everybody. Look at Sandbox. Holy shit. It just hit 680. It's at 670 right now. Oh my god. Look at Sandbox. Did anybody go and watch that movie last night? Max Blumenthal is funny. And you're right, Randall, you're right. Max Blumenthal is humorous, and he makes me giggle. Graham Elwood was wrong on that one point. And Jimmy called him on it and says, well, now Max is funny. And Graham's like, no. And then when Graham says, hey, man, I don't try to be a journalist. Yes, you do, Graham. Then you just fucking lied to all of our faces. There you go. Good point, Randall Wilson. Good point. And I absolutely agree with you. But the fact that you won't support Graham and you call him a capitalist, imperialist cop, that doesn't even make sense. Why is Graham a capitalist, imperialist cop? Explain that. It's fucking crazy. Do you watch Graham's show? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, all he does is expose imperialism, American imperialism all around the world. That's all his show is about. Exposing fucking power. Just like Jimmy does. So, let me explain capitalist, imperialist cop to me. I look forward to your explanation. I wouldn't say that Max Blumenthal is hilarious. No, he's not hilarious, but he's funny. And Graham was wrong in saying that he didn't have comedic value. He does make funny jokes sometimes. But he's a fucking liar, too. Max Blumenthal's a fucking liar. Provable. I could prove that to you right now that Max Blumenthal's a fucking liar. And Jimmy Dore verifies it. Huh. And Jimmy Dore's the person who verified that Max Blumenthal's a fucking liar. Randall Wilson, what'd you just come in to snipe me? You got nothing left, huh? Huh. Wow. Little chat snipe, huh? Look at that. No response. Little chat sniper. Oh, these people. You know, people aren't interested in hearing what you got to say. They just want you to they just want you to hear them, and then that's it. Poof. Then they're gone. Government secrets. Graham Elwood and Lee Camp. Lee Camp has also been on this show. He also our interview got cut short because of my internet. And he said he'd come back if I wanted to have him back. But, yeah, I'm not really interested in having people on the show that much anymore. It was such a poor response from my audience when I would do it. Hey, John, I'm just gonna go ahead and block you, John Kenton. Yeah. There we go. You don't come in here and wish me a Merry Christmas. You're an idiot if you do that, okay? You're just an idiot. Oh my God. Fucking A. I'll fucking rip your dick off, motherfucker. Shove it straight down your throat. Like you fucking deserve. Let me refresh the chat. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Wow, man. These motherfuckers come in here and I think that they actually watch the show, you know, and have listened to anything that I've ever said on here and proved this motherfucking cunt Clinton comes in, whatever the fuck his name was, and just proves to me that you've never heard a goddamn word I've ever fucking said, you little indoctrinut. Dude, I got a new word. Hashtag indoctrinut. I love it. Fucking indoctrinut. My Beazle. I want to show my charts. Let's talk about crypto. Nobody wants to talk about crypto anymore, Joe. Nobody even wants to talk about crypto. Indoctrinut. Fucking indoctrinut coming in here. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus fucking Christ. Who the fuck do you think? You see a fucking dead tree behind me, motherfucker? Huh? You see any fucking stockings on the fucking wall behind me, bitch? Get a fucking clue, you fucking indoctrinut. Dude, Indoctrinate. I love it. It almost sounds like a superhero. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the other world comes Indoctrinate, able to be dumb and silly and stupid beyond any human's means. It's Indoctrinate. I'm sorry, cat. My cat, I'm not giving him any more wet food because I'm almost out. I've saved a couple cans for him, and he's just so upset about it. He doesn't like his dry food right now. You can't breathe from all this laughing? Well, that's the point, Joe. That's the point. Dude, look at this market, though. Look at this jump right here. Sandbox is like going down and everything else is pumping. What the fuck is up? Dude, is everything going to follow Sandbox? I mean, how could Sandbox be so far out in front of everything else? And I wonder why it is. Indoctrinate, synonym for humans with no brains. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis isn't just for all. Cheers, everybody. Since there's only 11 people watching, can we just talk about one thing right now for a second? The phrase, Jesus died for my sins. Jesus died so that I can be a sinner. What? That's like when I'm listening to an argument or something, and somebody says something or strawmans or whatever, and I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Those don't even correlate. Jesus died for my ability to be a sinner. So I don't have to be perfect. Jesus died so that I don't have to be perfect. What? Can someone explain that to me? Of course you can't. It makes sense to you? That makes sense to you? That's what I'm talking about. You're an indoctrinate, Joe. If that makes sense to you, you just proved my point. You said, no, Jesus died so we can have life. Bro, people were already alive before Jesus was alive, bro. Where do you think Jesus came from? From a mother and a father. Somebody fucked his mother. He came inside her vagina, right? She got pregnant, and she popped out little baby Jesus. Oh, that's right, there was no Jesus at all. Jesus never even fucking existed. But if he did, there were already people alive. So why did you need, surrounded by Keith, why would you need people to survive? I mean, why would you need Jesus to die so that you could live if people were already alive? That doesn't even make sense, Keith. Do you see how stupid this is? The book says, the wages of sin is death. If we all sin, then we all die. If someone dies for us, we get life. Like a sacrificial lamb? If a sacrificial lamb was so important, then why did God stop whoever the fuck from killing his fucking son? If it was on the altar. Oh, stop! Don't do it! Voice in my head. Okay, I'm not going to kill my son. Voice in my head. Okay. I mean, you want to go to heaven? Bro, how the fuck do you think you're going to go to heaven watching this show? I'll call God a cunt. I'll call Jesus a cunt. Okay, okay, you go to confession, but it's okay for you to listen to me call Jesus a cunt. Virgin Mary got fucking sperm inside her, and she's a cunt too. They're all cunts. On Christmas, you guys are watching this show, and you think you're gonna go to fucking heaven. Wow, man. Just because Jesus died, is that how that works? Come on, you guys. That is so funny. It's almost like you celebrate his death. No, you celebrate his death. Think about how stupid you are. The one who you're supposed to worship, you celebrate the fact that he died. Yay, he died, and it was a brutal death. Yay. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, we love that you did that. Yay, Jesus. Yay. Now, why don't you go fucking find, some little child out in the street and go slaughter some little child and go celebrate that child's death too? What's the difference? Through the first Adam came death, the second Adam, Jesus, come life. I'm not sure if that makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense, man. You're an idiot. It doesn't make sense at all. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I think you can follow the logic if explained, and course choose to disagree still. No, dude, you're a fucking idiot. You're not even making sense. I mean, come on, bro. It's not even the plot of a fucking good movie. Like a C movie. It's so stupid. You're like, it's the greatest story ever told. It's the Bible. Oh, okay. My bad. It's the greatest plot ever. It's the God plot. It's a God-driven plot. It was written by God himself. The earth was created for a reason. The resurrection happens in the future, and we come back to life here on earth. The meek shall inherit the earth. You're so funny. These people that watch this show are hilarious. I enjoy going to church. I don't know what TITHE is. Lol, most Christians don't even know the book well. You guys are fucking hilarious, man. Oh my god. You guys really believe this shit? I mean, it just amazes me. Joe H., you go on the internet drunk and make a total ass out of yourself all the time. In fact, I only see the times you come on my live stream and do it. Right? I know you must do it all the time. The last thing I need is advice from you. That I need God. That's hilarious. You're not an indoctrinate? Keith, yes you are. You're an indoctrinate. You believe it because it's written in a fucking book. You were just quoting the Bible, Keith. Come on, you're an indoctrinate. I mean, I'm not here to disprove any of this. I'm not going to waste my time with it. I'm just amazed that you guys believe it, that's all. If you could be shown you're wrong, you'll consider it. Surrounded by Keith. You're subscribing to a story from a book. That's it. Yeah, you're wrong. It's a story in a book. What makes it factual? What makes it more factual than any other work of fiction ever? Is that more people subscribe to it? You're going to have to explain that to me first, Keith. Can we just start there? Why not the Book of Satan? Why not the Book of Wicca? Why aren't you a Muslim? Why aren't you a believer in Yeah, I don't know, eating people, cannibalism, you know, or some other fucked up religious belief. I need to get Dillahunty back on here. God, you're such an idiot. Hey, Joe, you're just trying to be provocative, and I swear to God, dude, you're gonna cut off. Just gave me the urge to use my coffee mug as a weapon. That's not good, Joe. It takes a high level of ignorance to drive me to that kind of a thought. You know? It's a high level of ignorance that I don't know how to deal with. Surrounded by Keith, you are a lost individual, man. You're a lost soul. You're a danger to yourself and you're a danger to society, bro. You're like a lunatic, Keith. These religious people, they don't realize how fucking stupid and psychotic they are. You know, you think you study religion. Why do I say that? Because you believe in a fucking God, dude. It's the silliest thing. You believe that there's some entity that created the planet Earth. You believe because a book says it. A book that was written, you know, a few hundred years ago. When mankind's been around for fucking 4 million years now, we know? And you think some God had something to do with this? Hey, what took God so long to get us to the point we're at today? If this is where God wants us, why did we have to evolve? I mean, there's so many questions, man, that you don't even consider because you're so busy with your search of religion. What a waste of a life, man. You're a waste of a life. You don't want truth. Bro, reading a bunch of books full of lies isn't where you find the truth, you dumbass. Who cares what I believe? I'm talking about you right now, bro. Who cares where I'm at with this, man? The problem is you. You think you're a fucking... Yeah, every one of these motherfuckers, you sound like a flat earther. Every one of these motherfuckers thinks they're a goddamn scientist. Hey, Keith, you're not a fucking scientist, bro. You're not a professor, bro. You know, and it's like, even if you were and you believe this shit, I'd have even less fucking respect for you. I just don't understand. And the reason I'm yelling is because I want you to hear me, not because I'm fucking mad at you. I want you to know that. I want you to be able to hear me. We can have this conversation, but just understand my level of frustration. It blows my mind, Keith, that you watch this show and you haven't fucking caught on yet. You'll study from the fucking 500-year-old Bible, but you won't listen to me? Jesus, fuck you, you fucking cunt. God. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? It's so frustrating. Kitty cat, I've got some food for you. Kitty cat, there you go. I've got some food. There you go, buddy. I know you've been holding out. There you go. Hooking you up, pal. I mean, I think the most important part of all of this is when you go back and you read your chat and you see that your chat just doesn't make any sense. The things that you say don't make sense just in a normal context. Your chats, the things you're saying just don't make sense, bro. So we could go through the things you said You say, lol, most Christians don't even know the book well, like it fucking matters. And you talk about the book, the Bible, like it's something holy. You know, it's like you're so indoctrinated by this shit. You don't celebrate holidays. You say you seek truth, but you get it from fucking lies, you know, that's hilarious. You don't seek truth, bro. All you seek to do is you believe in a God and you're looking for something that satisfies that belief. That's called confirmation bias. That's what your search of religion has always been. That's all it's ever been. A quest to satisfy your bias. It's called confirmation bias. You've searched Wicca, Islam, Hinduism. What a waste of your life. What a waste of your time on lies and all bullshit. You know, Nicholas Schmidt, hello. You're bad. You didn't know. And then, yeah, you didn't know. And like I said, who cares what I think, bro? If you don't believe in nothing, you'll believe in anything. If you don't believe in nothing, that doesn't even make sense, Joe. You guys are so funny, man. What if you are humanoid? What if there are humanoid beings that are millions of years old? Surrounded by Keith says, what if there are humanoid beings that are millions of years old? What if there are humanoid beings that are millions of years old? I don't understand what you're talking about, Keith. I'm sorry. I don't understand the question. I mean, that are what? Millions of years old. What are you talking about? Fossils? What are you talking about? Oh, this is a rabbit hole, dude. You're one of these. Keith, have you ever heard of this channel called the History Channel? You ever heard of the History Channel? And have you ever watched it? I believe there's something bigger than me or you. There's a show on there called Ancient Mysteries or something. Ancient Mysteries of the Unknown, or you know what I'm talking about? Oath Keepers is crazy. January. Okay. I believe there is something bigger than me or you. Well, you know, that's stupid, Keith. That's stupid that you believe there's something bigger than you know, yourself. That's just fucking stupid. You know, would you just fucking, you heard someone else say that, so now you believe it? Let me answer that question for you. Yeah, that's where you got that belief from. That's where you got that belief from other people. It's pretty indoctrinated. It's pretty common. I see design in reality. My logic says, you have no logic, Keith. Let's just stay that. All right. My logic says, you don't get to use the word logic in my chat ever again. Not till you start making sense. That requires a designer. See, you're an idiot. That's a god. Whether it may be math, nature, or maybe a being. Anyways, I appreciate you. Hey, Surrounded by Keith, I appreciate you and I love you too. I want you to know that. I'm just sad that you're so indoctrinated by this bullshit. Oval populated. I don't know what that means, Joe. I generally agree with you on almost everything. Good, thanks, Keith. Good, I'm glad. It's not easy to explain everything on here. I understand. But I'll read through your shit and I'll give you the opportunity to try to explain yourself so that I get an understanding of where you're coming from. You know, when I was 11 years old, Keith, I stopped believing in God. And I'm going to tell you the story, okay? After I read all of your chat. I'll tell you what happened to me. All right? I said the book because I didn't want to say the Bible, as some other don't like hearing that word. Why would people not like that, huh? Think about that. Just the fact that people don't like it. Maybe they realize it's a book full of lies, and people don't like liars. They don't like lies. And they don't like someone like you that's quoting everything in that fucking book of lies because it makes you the liar. Okay? That's what it comes down to, bro. It's really cut and dry here. It's really simple, basic. It's like if you're in a cult and trying to tell us that Charles Manson is your God, and we should believe you, you know, because he's got a book. You know, it's the exact same thing. I turned the whole atheist movement on to Steve Running. Did it have an effect on you, Steve? Millions of years older than us. Sorry. I haven't watched cable since early 90s. Yeah, I heard that stupid show. Can't stand it. Good. Good. Well, the kind of thing you're talking about right now, right here, I'm going to highlight it. What if there's an ancient civilization millions of years older than us? Humanoid. There's not. Okay, so let's move on. There's not, Keith. Let's move on. Okay? I get where you were going with that. There's not. There's no evidence of that. And whatever you saw, you haven't watched TV since the 90s, wherever you're getting your information from is fucking bunk. You know, I actually entertained that idea with the Sphinx, and then found out from scientists that said, no, that's not watermarks on there. It's fucking etching from fucking years of sand hitting the side of that motherfucker. Because if it was water, it would have been a whole other thing. But it wasn't. And, you know, just because these three fucking douchebag scientists say it was, doesn't make it so. So I learned that years ago. I was like, oh, that's too bad, man. I was kind of hoping, you know, that there was some way advanced civilization way before humans were here. I mean, that would have been possible. You know, it's sure fucking would have been possible. Maybe there were times on this planet that we've determined where mankind would have survived on this planet. We just don't have any fossilized evidence of it happening ever. You know, there's a Sphinx, yeah, but there's no fossilized evidence that there were men or creatures along with it, right? You know, maybe the whole fucking planet burned, but there's no evidence that the fucking Sphinx burned, right? This is all just basic common sense here, guys. So I don't mind having this conversation because I went through this when I was younger. And by younger, I mean, you know, however many years ago, Joe Rogan had these scientists on his show. I don't know how many years ago that was. But that was like the first I had heard of it, got exposed to it. And I went around the internet a little bit and I did a little rabbit holing. And there were plenty of scientists that were like, yeah, that's what happens when the sand is at a certain level and the wind is blowing against the Sphinx. It makes a line. And then sand blows away. And then the wind blows again. And it fucking etches. Goddamn, I'm fucking got a whole thing of coffee here. And it etches the sides. And exactly the same way different levels of water would etch away at that rock. And when there's no other evidence to support that the Sphinx was that old, you know, and we're talking a half of a billion years old. You know, some crazy shit. Imagine, it's fun to think about, man. They should make a movie, you know, where that civilization existed, dude, and they were like far advanced, and the Sphinx was fucking way badass, all colorful and shit. I mean, that's why I love the end of Just Look Up. Oh man, it's so cool to see the planet. Oh, dude, it's cool. It is cool. Just to see that scene, man. Did anybody go see the movie Just Look Up after I recommended it last night? He's talking about people being alive for millions of years. Yeah, Chris, I don't know where he was going with that. I just spilled coffee all over myself, dude. I'm such a fucking idiot. Morality is doing what is right. I can't believe I'm sitting here holding a whole cup of coffee, like fucking motioning, you know, with my hands. I got a whole cup of coffee in my hands. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, let me put this down. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the freaking coffee down. Shut up. You all shut up. We're very good. Wind is blowing very hard right now. It blew over my whole carport last night. And I know I have not gone out there. I should back the cars out and shit, but you guys can see what fucking happened. Hey man, there's a different view for you. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Fucking coffee, man. spilled coffee all over myself, man. Fucking A. God bless America. All right, let me keep going through these chats. You guys are rocking on the chats. From millions of morality is doing what is right regardless of what you're told. Religion is doing what you are told regardless of what is right. Right on, David. I don't believe there is. We agree on a lot. It's possible, but no proof. Morning, Nate. Nice show. What happened to believe the science? What a joke. What's your take on pyramids, Nay? Where do you think consciousness comes from? I mean, do you think my dog is conscious? Do you think my dog has self-awareness? Do you think my dog realizes that he could do something to get himself killed? Like get run over by a car? So when a car is in the driveway, he backs away from it. So if a car was coming and he backed away from it, doesn't that mean self-aware? That he knows he has the ability of getting killed? Isn't that conscious? Right here? So where do I think consciousness comes from? Consciousness is a part of having a brain. Every being that has a brain is conscious of it's aware that it is alive. Where do I think it comes from? It comes from inside your brain, your thought processes, all those electrons and shit. All those thoughts when they're all added up together, whatever thoughts you're perceiving, and you're in addition to your senses and the input, that's consciousness. Welcome to fucking reality. It's, how we know to put food in our mouths or drink water when we're thirsty. It's part of survival. I believe aliens built the pyramids. Right on, Joe. That's a good question, OG. What makes up more? Can't type. Ality. Is messages going through. Joe, aliens are not required to build the pyramids. Religious people think animals have no souls. Bullshit. Any living thing has some type of soul. If by soul you mean consciousness, okay, but listen, David, soul's the wrong word. You want to say consciousness like the other guy said, consciousness. Soul's the wrong word. Religious people use the word soul, David. You got it backwards there. Kind of funny and cute. Wrong word. Right on. Thank you for popping in, Token Dave. Thank you so much, buddy. Good morning. God damn it. Joe's gonna believe what Joe wants to believe. I mean, with literally zero evidence that there's ever been aliens on the planet Earth. Zero evidence. Joe's gonna say that they built the fucking pyramids? Jesus, Joe. Oh no, Joe. Where'd your brain go? Ah. Zero evidence that aliens have ever visited this planet. And you're going to say they built the fucking pyramids. Wow. That is just fucking rich. Yeah, my other favorite one about the pyramids, Joe, are you ready for this one? The Jews built the pyramids as slaves. I love how the Jews get to take credit for that bullshit. They didn't touch that shit. There were no Jews there, and if there were, they would have been slaughtered, bro. They weren't welcome there, and they weren't welcome there as slaves either. There were no Jews there. Period. There weren't Jews in Egypt. Fucking hilarious, right? Well, certainly there'd be such an ancient religion, there'd be some sort of evidence that the Jews were in Egypt, or that they built the fucking pyramids. I don't know, a Star of David, a fucking mezuzah, maybe a little dreidel hidden behind a fucking wall in a fucking pyramid. You know, they're huge. There'd be some kind of evidence that the Jews did that shit, right? Zero. None. They were never there. You gotta love that. Aliens is just as fucking believable, Joe, as the Jews did it. Fucking love that shit. Let my people go. Well, your people were never there and you didn't even exist, Moses. Moses is a fucking figment of our imagination just like Jesus is. It's fucking hilarious. That's why their names are so similar. Moses, Jesus, Jesus, Moses. They're fucking interchangeable. No law regarding Moses. Jesus for all. Cheers, everybody. A lot of people are going to believe what they want to believe based on the fucking people they follow on YouTube today. And that's fucking sad. Or Instagram or TikTok. And that's fucking sad. Or Facebook. Whatever word that is, Joe, it's blocked on my chat, so I don't know what you tried to say. Something nology. Once again, Joe, there's not a single shred of evidence that any aliens have ever visited this fucking planet. There's no evidence of that. Do you understand that? And then you sit here and you just say, it was inspired by aliens. God, you're just... You make me not even want to have this conversation, bro. You know? So, let's not talk about that anymore, alright, Joe? Whatever the fuck you're trying to say there, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to talk about it. Alright? And tell me about these Bollinger lines, buddy. 50,700, just like you said, pal. Just like you said. That's why I keep a cool head. Joe H knows what's up with the Bollinger bars. The Bollinger bands. I call them 3 different things. Later, D. TD. That History Channel's alien show has infected the minds of people. Keith! And the way I look at you, I look at the way you the same way you look at those people that watch the fucking that show. Imagine that, bro. As crazy as you think that stupid alien show is, that's how crazy I think you are for getting your information from that stupid Bible. Imagine that. Nicholas, happy trails if you keep smiling till then, until we meet again. Peace, Southern Nay. I get it. I thought about that. What? You get what? Are you going to make my day? Am I going to get up and dance a jig? I don't think. Yeah, I'm not going to dance a jig, am I? I haven't done that in a while. I don't know if I got it in me right now. I'm not high enough. It's raining outside. It's not really jig weather. You know what I mean? It's not really happy. Yeah, like I said, what do you mean you get it? You get what? Funny how? How am I funny? What, like I talk funny? What's funny? Show me funny. What do you mean? What, you like I'm here to amuse you? Like I'm funny? How am I funny? I tell you what's not going to be funny if I don't pull those fucking cars out and that fucking carport comes back down and smashes my Escalade and my goddamn Silverado. Fuck! Fuck, man. What am I going to do? Oh, God. Oh. I get what you said about the way I look at alien indoctrinates is the way you look at me. Yeah, but I'd rather you more get the reason that you think what you subscribe to has any basis in reality whatsoever. Is it because there's masses of people who call themselves Christians and subscribe to that book and that belief? Because there were masses of people that believed in slavery too. They called themselves Americans. And they had slaves. So, would you have believed in slavery too? Probably, because you're that kind of a person. Think of how weak-minded you are. Just because you just go with the flow, man. Right? Don't let people fucking dictate your goddamn thought process. You spent it sounds like, your whole fucking life fucking studying religions, man. Jesus fucking Christ. What a waste of your time. What a waste of your life. I think of, all the other things out there besides religion, man. What a waste of time. Joe talks about going to church and shit. What? Oh, God. Boom. All right, here we go again. Give me a second, guys. This fucking cunt. Like, I got nothing better to do than block these fucking sites all day. I know, man, but you need to stop. You need to get out of religion totally, man. Everyone should step away from religion. It just turns you into a liar, man. Think about it. You lie about so much shit. It makes you accustomed to lying. It makes you accustomed to being lied to. It makes it okay. People are going to lie to you. People that will have an effect on your life. It's okay. You're okay with it. You're okay to lie to your kids. Whatever, man. I love you. Whatever, man. Stay on my fucking show. I agree with everything you just said, man. Whatever, man. Stay on my show, man. Fucking A, you make me want to get up and dance. There should be more dancing in our lives. That's what I say. More dancing and less researching religion. Bullshit. I'm going to try to pull you out of that shit. I'm just so glad you don't watch Ancient Aliens. I'm so glad you don't watch Ancient... I can't even say it. I'm so glad you don't watch Ancient Aliens. It's hard to say. I suffer from a little Bell's palsy still. And some words give me a challenge sometimes. Joe, I usually block people for saying stuff like that on my live stream, but you know, the fact is you love me, bro. Why don't you just say you love me instead of saying God loves me? Make it personal, bro. Cheers. Joe H. watches Ancient Aliens. I'm not surprised at all. I believe we all have alien DNA. Well, Joe, I mean, you're, God damn, bro. You're like an idiot savant, Joe. I bet you have a very low IQ. But you're really good at one thing. You know, like trading. You know? But everything else you suck at. No social skills. You'll believe whatever the fuck you want. And you straw man yourself into oblivion. With shit like Ancient Aliens. We don't have the capacity to comprehend an alien, even if there is. OG 420 Jr. Now OG 420 Jr. is starting to sound like fucking Alex Jones. Don't get me started. You know. They'd be too advanced. Now OG 420, you're sounding just as obnoxious as everybody else that's involved in this conversation. Enoch, the voice of reason. Enoch, finally, thank you. Someone with a little sanity has arrived. Debbie, hey, what's up? Enoch, I'm so glad to see you, bro. We're talking about Ancient Aliens show on History Channel, you know? You watch Alex Jones every day. Of course you do, Joe. You are poisoning your brain with indoctrinated bullshit. You donate to InfoWars? Ugh. J.R. Ryder, you said Merry Christmas in my live stream, bro. Ugh. Hate that shit. I love you. I love you, J.R. Ryder, but that Christmas shit, bro. I hate that shit. I'm sitting here talking to somebody who believes aliens built the pyramids, man. And I'm explaining why everyone that will believe in, you know, as you're getting lied to as a child that Santa Claus is coming down the chimney, and you believe that shit. And we all are lying to each other. You lie to your kids. You know, we lie to each other. He's come in here. You know, Joe has said like 7 or 8 lies. Just straight fucking lies since he's come in here. God loves me. You know, aliens are in our DNA. They built the pyramids. Just straight fucking lies, bro. It's just driving me crazy. Driving me fucking crazy. It's almost as bad as donating to Trump or Biden. And then Pinoy comes in here and wishing me a Merry Christmas. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Oh, Pinoy. Why the fuck did I dream a comet was going to destroy Earth? Shh, don't look the fuck up that movie. Never lied about Santa to my kids. We don't do Christmas. It's all lies. But you believe in the Bible, Keith. But you believe in the Bible. It's all right, Joe. You're educating people? Yeah, you are educating people. You're educating people about Bollinger Bands. You should stick to that. Exactly. Exactly. We agree on that. You're an educator, man. You believe in Jesus and the Bible. I love you, Keith. I know. Obviously, Pinoy Grower does too. And, so does my buddy Dino. Well, my buddy fucking Iceman probably does too. All my best friends in the whole world do. I can't change that. They won't listen to me. But at the same time, this is how I feel about it. And I'm just asking you to show me the respect of realizing that I don't believe in that shit. That's all I'm saying. I've had to hear it my whole life. My friends have always invited me over for Christmas dinners. And I've taken them up on it. I go and enjoy myself. And I never have gifts for anybody or cards or anything. And they all make me feel uncomfortable. They sit there and they unwrap gifts. And, there I am sitting there fucking empty-handed. Christianity doesn't reflect the Bible. Most is tradition and or teaching outside of the Bible. Okay, surrounded by Keith, you have no idea what you're talking about now. Just don't try to tell me about Christianity. I obviously know more about Christianity than you do. So, stop. Just stop, okay? Well, you're no longer the official here on Christianity. All right? Wow. That was one of the most ignorant statements you've made yet. And you've made a lot of ignorant statements. And I'm just going to repeat it out loud. Christianity does not reflect the Bible. That was my best The Price is Right losing sound alarm. That dream was mind-fucking me. Felt too damn real. I woke up like, what the fuck? Enoch, that's crazy. I guess it was all the talking I was doing about it last night. Who made humans, Nay? I want to know your theory. You don't need my theory, bro. It's called evolution, man. We evolved. We started from a single-cell organism, and we've evolved into tiny little creatures that evolved into mammals, that eventually evolved into primates, that eventually evolved into monkeys, that eventually evolved into human beings, man. It's called evolution. Go study it, bro. We should pull up a video. Hey, man, watch this. I'm going to show you. This is what I want you guys to do from now on. When you have a question about something like this, basic science stuff, I want you to go to YouTube and I want you to type in Professor Dave, right? Professor Dave, evolution. Okay, so let's do that. Evolution. Okay, this is where he wants to know where mankind came from. The evolution of populations, natural selection, genetic drift, gene flow. It's only a 14-minute upload. Okay? So, let's just check his first offering here.
Professor Dave again. Let's examine the evolution of populations.
He knows a lot about the science stuff. Professor Dave explains.
With the origin of species, Darwin transformed science and provided a mountain of evidence for the evolution of life by natural selection. But there were also holes in the evidence, which have since been filled in many times over. Let's go over a quick summary of the main types of data that illustrate how evolution happens. The first of these types involves direct observation. As we discussed in the previous clip, even though we didn't watch animals evolve, we can easily watch simple unicellular organisms evolve. In fact, whenever we try to use drugs to kill pathogens, like certain bacteria, it is inevitable that a drug-resistant strain evolves and proliferates quickly as it is immune to the drug. The resistance is not a product of evolution. This comes about by blind chance, but the proliferation of the resistance is indeed a product of natural selection, as the lone resistant bacterium won't be killed by the drug, while the other bacteria will. So eventually, all the bacteria in that vicinity will be descendants of the initial mutant and thus also resistant to the drug. We can even watch adaptation occur with short-lived animals like bugs. When certain insects have their food sources modified, their appendages do indeed change over a number of generations to better suit their surroundings. We have even discovered strains of bacteria capable of metabolizing nylon, which was invented by humans in the 20th century. Thus, evolution by natural selection is not relegated to conjecture. It can be observed right before our very eyes. Another source of evidence for evolution is in the homology that exists between species. Homology is a word that refers to structural similarities in certain species as a result of common ancestry. We can look at the arms and legs of...
So, Joe, you don't understand how planets form? Do you understand how the universe formed? Do you understand how life formed on this planet? That movie last night, I could see the comet in the sky coming down fucking vivid as fuck, son. Oh, you watched the movie? It's great, huh? How'd you like the ending, bro? In the credits. Isn't it the best part? So, Joe, my point is there doesn't have to be someone who created everything, okay? That's my point. So stop thinking just because humans believe that. You don't have to believe that bullshit. Okay? That's what I'm telling you.
of humans.
Now I want to remind you, Joe, the way back when religion started, the way they got to people to believe in the existence of a God was they spoke of all these miracles that supposedly happened that never fucking happened. None of these miracles ever fucking happened. None of these miraculous things ever happened. They're all just a bunch of lies. You know, Noah's Ark, fucking Adam and Eve, all these fucking crazy stories, about Moses, the Ten Commandments, fucking parting the fucking sea, everything, all that shit, dude. None of that shit was real, bro. It's all fables. That's how they got people to believe. So now, where's all the miracles, bro? Where's the miracles? They pulled the kid out of the well. It was God. I prayed. He answered my prayers and saved the child.
And any other mammal, even whales and bats, and see that they have remarkably similar bone arrangements, even though one is used to walk, one to swim, and one to fly. These homologous structures are completely consistent with the idea of a common ancestry for all mammals. We can look at embryos to find other examples of homology.
Look at that.
All vertebrates, including humans, have a small tail early in embryonic development. This is easily explained by considering that all vertebrates have a common ancestor. Certain features like these can be present in fully formed animals as well. And when there are anatomical features that are not useful to the organism, we call these vestigial structures, which we now understand are remnants of the features of ancestors. These evolutionary relics include pelvis and leg bones in snakes, and the remnants of eyes in blind fish that live in pitch-black caves. We can examine homology on a molecular level to go back even further and see that when phenotypes don't match, there are still genotypes that link even humans and bacteria, showing how such incredibly dissimilar species must still have a distant common ancestor. This is why we can place all life on a single evolutionary tree, the tree of life, which we will discuss later. Then there is the fossil record. From this, we get an idea of what kinds of organisms existed and when. which helps us fill in the gaps between existing species.
Professor
And
Dave
we have used
explains
the fossil record
on
to
YouTube.
assign dates to the emergence of all kinds of different species, including us, Homo sapiens. Countless times, fossils have cropped up that provide missing links between the various classes of organisms. Archaeopteryx demonstrated a link from dinosaurs to birds. There are other fossils found that act as intermediates between land mammals and ocean mammals, like whales and dolphins. With each discovery, the tree of life grows more consistent with evolution by natural selection. Lastly, there is biogeography, the study of how different species
Looks
are
like a
distributed
metaverse.
around the globe.
I want some property in that
continents
metaverse.
move slowly over millions of years, with certain areas connected in the past which aren't any longer. We have used this notion to make predictions about what kinds
You're
of
living in the
fossils
movie,
should
Enoch.
be
It's so
found in
funny.
certain areas.
What a
And
crazy
these
dream.
predictions have been successful.
You are
Once
Leonardo.
again, we now understand that genetic
You're Leonardo de Emmanuel Torres Caprio. Beaslin.
variation
Torres.
is what makes evolution possible. Any novel trait that an organism can exhibit must be the result of a change in the products of gene expression, which must be the result of an alteration somewhere in the DNA sequence.
No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis
When we
isn't
look
just
at
for all.
tiny
Cheers.
changes on this level, we are describing
No law regarding
microevolution.
evolution.
Natural selection guides this process.
Natural
But let's
selection
examine
for all.
some of the other factors at work, like genetic drift and gene flow, as these are other ways that genetic variation can propagate. First, let's recall that many phenotypic traits are determined on the basis of two alleles, which can be homozygous or heterozygous. And if mutations occur in the introns of a gene, or in the exons in such a way that the mutation is silent, this will not produce any change in the organism. But, as we know, even point mutations, a change in a single base pair, can indeed produce novel proteins. And if this mutation occurs in cells that produce gametes, this change will be passed on to offspring. Typically, this will result in a less effective protein and will therefore be harmful to the organism. If this is the case, the new allele will be removed by natural selection, unless it is recessive, in which case it may proliferate, which is why there are so many genetic diseases that stem from recessive alleles. But some mutations result in neutral variation, where the change doesn't give the organism an advantage or disadvantage. This is one way that differences can accumulate over time, because there is no mechanism in place to weed out these benign mutations. Once in a while, however, a mutation will bestow the organism with a survival advantage, and this is rewarded with a higher likelihood of survival and reproduction. When we apply this model to a population of organisms, we can see how a species as a whole can gradually change over time. We can refer to the genetic material of the entire population as its gene pool, consisting of all of the alleles for all of the possible traits. Genetic variation in the gene pool will always occur, but there must be some external factors present in order for evolution to occur, as mutations will only proliferate in a statistically significant way if the organism receives a higher probability of survival and procreation. We can use the Hardy-Weinberg equation to determine whether evolution is occurring in a population. When evolution is not occurring, all alleles and genotypes will reoccur with the same frequency, a situation we call Hardy-Weinberg Equilibrium. For a particular trait with a dominant and recessive allele, we represent the frequency of the dominant allele with a P, and the frequency of the recessive allele with a Q. So P plus Q will equal 1. The three genotypes must also add up to 1. So if we make a Punnett square, we should expect that the frequency of homozygous dominant, or P squared, plus twice the frequency of heterozygous, or PQ, plus the frequency of homozygous recessive, or Q squared, will add up to 1, as these are the only three possible genotypes, and we can plug in our P and Q values to get the probabilities for each genotype.
Right.
These numbers will remain constant if there are no mutations, mating
They
is
use
random,
that, I bet, when
natural
they're
selection
breeding.
is not a factor, the population size is large, and there is
Hey,
no gene
Doc!
flow, as these parameters are
You're welcome,
characteristic
Joe.
of a system in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. In such a case, measuring the frequency of any genotype allows us to calculate the others, as they must add up to 1. But when one of these assumptions no longer applies, the population is indeed evolving, so we can measure the deviation of P or Q from the expected value when examining genetic data, and the direction of the fluctuation can offer clues as to the mechanism at work. As we said, natural selection guides evolution, as this can pertain strictly to variance in a trait, like neck length for giraffes. But we must also examine things like genetic drift and gene flow. Genetic drift highlights how chance events, like the random elimination of organisms that are homozygous recessive for a particular trait, can cause the gene pool of a population to gradually skew in a particular direction. This is magnified when a few organisms become isolated from a larger population, as any deviation in this smaller group will be more statistically significant than otherwise expected. This is called the founder effect. Similarly, a sudden change in the environment, like a fire or drought or flood, can produce a bottleneck effect, whereby the population is dramatically reduced. Again, by chance, the frequency of certain alleles may change suddenly due to the random nature regarding the alleles of the survivors. So genetic drift is significant in small populations. It can lead to a random change in the frequency of certain alleles, and it can lead to substantial loss in genetic variation within a population. Gene flow,
Bottom of the
on
hour,
other hand,
no longer got
occurs
cannabis.
because
Cannabis
of the
isn't fit for
movement
all.
of fertile
Cheers.
organisms. When
I'm doing a
looking at
dabby dab
species
dab
with
dabs.
migratory habits, like many types of birds, alleles are transferred in or out of the gene pool as a result of this behavior. Gene flow even occurs in humans, as it has become increasingly common for people to move across the globe, so mating between members of different populations is typical, whereas it was quite rare even just a couple hundred years ago. But as we said, natural selection is the only guiding hand to evolution that is not random. It is predicated on the notion that beneficial adaptations will be passed on, which slowly over time produces brand new species.
Good
This
morning,
can work
Brian.
in a variety of ways.
Cheers, Enoch. Cheers,
Sexual
Keith.
selection has to do with an adaptation that makes an organism more likely to find a suitable mate. Continual sexual selection is what has given rise to sexual dimorphism, a difference in secondary sexual characteristics between the males and females of a species. This is certainly evident in humans, but it takes many other forms, like the brightly colored male peacock and the variety of mating calls and dances performed by males of other species. These are examples of intersexual selection, which is essentially the choosing of mates on the basis of certain traits that indicate healthy genes, like bright colors. There is also intrasexual selection, typically among males, who in many species will fight over females in ritualized displays, including humans. Apart from sexual selection, there are forms of balancing selection, whereby variation in the genome is preferred, such as the heterozygous advantage. This is strictly regarding the genotype and not any particular phenotype. There is selection related to avoiding predators, matching climatic conditions, and all kinds of other factors. But with all this, we must recognize the limitations of natural selection. Nature is blind, and it works with the traits at hand. It can't build new features from scratch. When land-bound creatures evolve into flying ones, they don't just sprout wings. Their arms slowly become wings over many generations and many intermediate characteristics. Flaws in the design of structures, like the giraffe's neck, with the completely illogical pathway of its laryngeal nerve, and the human eye, with its blind spot and other flaws, show how nature built upon what was already there to get to something that is workable, though imperfect. There are so many factors simultaneously at play, but the end result is a vast ecosystem of organisms that are well suited for their environments. Natural selection has produced a wide variety of life indeed. So how do we categorize all of these organisms? Let's move forward and discuss the tree of life. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. Support me on Patreon so I can keep making content. And as always, feel free to email me, ProfessorDaveExplains@gmail.com.
He responds to that. If you guys have a question, I asked him to come on the show, but he didn't. That was okay, though, because, you know, like I said earlier today, I'm not into that anymore. I don't really want to have people on the show anymore. I had a poor response from the audience for those shows, so... let me see what's going on here with my audience. Second here. Oh, wow. Cool. Bunch of you here. Okay. Nice. And usually at this moment is where I'd be turning it off and saying, oh, thanks for watching, blah, blah, blah. Nope. Wow. So, Bitcoin's testing 700 right now, guys. 50,700. This is important. The very important time. This is the Bollinger Band test. So, this is the level of support we need to stay above. 50,700, right? According to Joe, it's 695. That's the exact number. I say 700 just to make it easier to remember. Keep it open. Yes, Duck. Hollandaise AZ. Crazy Hollandaise. Hashtag keeping it open is what we're going to do. What keeping it open, it's what we're going to do. So we are retesting this. Now, we were already down here. The good news is it hadn't gone far, but it is showing a trend downwards right now. And that's a little scary. That little trend downwards is scary. What I'd like to do is I'd like to back my cars out, man. Just in case the wind knocks that fucking thing back over. It's been up all night. It happened at 2 o'clock this morning. Woke me and the dog up. It's right outside my bedroom window. I looked outside. I was like, okay. You know, I closed the blind, and I was laying back to sleep, and I heard it going, Ree! And I fucking went and looked again. It's grinding against the side of the house. I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's not falling back over again. It's just up on end. And it's against a brick wall, so it might be okay, but I should get the cars away from there. Because who knows if the winds are going to kick back up again, you know? Right? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Choose yes. Choose yes. Okay, I got one hashtag keep it open in the chat so far. That's good. That's good. I got a hashtag keep it open. You guys want me to keep it open? I just got to go back 2 cars up really quick. Steve Running, keep it open. Opera will integrate Enoch, keep it open. Polygon details how it will be working together with Opera software to bring decentralized applications over the Opera web. Opera. Keep it open, keep it open. Opera will integrate with the Polygon backchain in their Web3 ready browser, and it's built in crypto wallet on Android in the first quarter. Opera will integrate with the Polygon. Let the tree burn. Keep it open. Johnny Jackhammer. Hashtag. Okay. I tell you what. Give me a second here, man. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm gonna put on my jacket. I'm gonna grab my keys. I'm gonna run out there really fast. I'm gonna back those trucks up. I don't know if I don't think I'll fuck with the carport. I might just leave it up on end the way it is. But just bear with me while I do it. I fucking hoodie on. Tie my fucking hair back. I'm not going anywhere. My dog's looking at me like, what are you fucking doing? Rogan. I'm not going anywhere. Have you've been outside, right? I can't remember. Oh yeah, you went outside this morning, right? No, I can't remember. I can't remember if you went out or not. Oh yeah, you went out. You did. All right, you're good. You stay here. All right, let me turn your tracker off. You're good. I mean, if you want to go outside, you can. It's shitty outside. Raining stuff. You don't have to go out there. I have to. I gotta go back to fucking cars. All right. I'll be right back. Frankie, I don't celebrate Christmas. Appreciate you. Not everybody celebrates that religion. I know it might be shocking. It might be some shocking news. Yeah. All right. I'll be right back. crying? Yeah, he cries like that when I walk outside, man. It's fucking hilarious. There's no crying. Look at you. What you got there? You have young home. What is that? I told you I wasn't going anywhere. What is that? Get that. God, I'm freaking freezing now. So I got my cars backed up. So I don't have to worry really about that fucking thing damaging them. They didn't get... luckily, the vehicles did not get damaged. So... that's a relief. And the carport doesn't look like it's damaged either. It's just up on end. It just has to be pulled back down. It's not really hard to do. It just pull it back down. I just don't want the wind to knock it back over again. I have to weight it down. It's rainy. It's windy out there right now. And I usually use car batteries to weight it down. And I fucking took the car batteries inside, man. I forgot to weight that motherfucker down in the storm. So, yeah, it went up on its side. But I'm good. I'm lucky. You know, in fact, good time to clean off the driveway with the pressure washer while all the cars are off of it, and the carport's not even on it. So, yeah, I don't have any coffee. I have no coffee. I have no coffee. So, I wonder if Rogie wants to go back outside, though. I do wonder that. So he acted like he did, but then when I opened the door for him, when I opened the door for you, you didn't want to go out there. You want to go outside? You okay? You want me to clean your ear for you? Here, let's figure out what's up with that ear. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let me see that ear. Go outside. Is that you feel better now? Want to go outside now? Okay. That's fine. Quite some time. For a walk. Man, I cleaned his ear. He's going for a walk. That is fantastic. Holy shit. Wow, the rain is really coming down right now, man. He's not gonna want to spend a lot of time out there, I'm pretty sure, in this rain. He hates the fucking water. In fact, sorry, I had an unexpected visitor from my apartment complex. Manslaughter, maybe, not a lawyer, but both points could be argued. What are Rogie's doing out in the rain, man? What the fuck? This is out of character for him. Oh, I was going to say. I'd like you to be out in the rain for any length of time. What do you say? Come here. Diesel, come here. Come here. That's right. Get those paws nice and dry. That's right. Go. Oh, wipe your feet off. Okay, don't do your ear. Don't do your ear. I know. You want a cookie? Double cookie time. Okay. Trendy Orca, I don't know what you're referring to. Uh-oh, we're under our 700 point, guys. 50,700. That's not good. So it is showing that falling off. Good. Sandbox is nice and strong though. Holy moly. Rogi's up to his shenanigans again. I think I'm gonna go fix that carport. I'm gonna weight it down with some car batteries and some straps. Keep it down. I might even clear out the garage and pull the Escalade inside, you know, because it's like so it's so windy outside. I'm afraid a tree's gonna fall over, you know. Okay, so you guys, love you all. I will see you all this afternoon. Okay, enjoy your mornings with your families, whatever it is you got going on. I'll see you guys around 1 o'clock this afternoon. All right, love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the little extended show here. I'm sorry I had to run outside, but I see I've lost most of you guys. So catch up with me on Twitter. I'm at Nays Garden on Twitter. That's where